All-Eastern Hemisphere team, the Quantum Power, face off against the two-time WDL champion Human Bones and the Sexual Panthers in the first playoff match of 2018. These two teams will play for the right to advance toward the Demon Sphere Championship Classic, but only one can move on. Who will be left standing? Find out tonight as the WDL playoffs begin.
Flag return.
Welcome everybody to the WDL Winter 2018 playoffs, the first game of the playoffs this season. And this is going to be a great game, most likely. We have the first meeting between Quantum Power and the Sexual Panthers. And they coming into this game both with varying levels of heat on them. Neither surpassed 2 wins this season, but both had very good showings in many games, ties. I think both teams had 1 or 2 ties. SXP finished their season against TPT, another playoff team, with a tie. QMP has had some roster issues getting guys in and out. But it looks like tonight the starting lineups are going to be Desparrow, the captain of Quantum Power. And his players tonight will likely be Dragon and I'm 1HPU0. An interesting note about this team is that they are all in the Eastern Hemisphere. We have the captain Desparrow. He is from the United Arab Emirates. Dragon is from Sweden, and I'm 1HPU0 is from Italy. So an almost all Euro team, depending on how you want to classify the UAE. And then for SXP, the 2-time WDL captaining champion Human Bones leads his team into the playoffs with Rude and Tony, 2 players that have played with him many times in the past. And they have a lot of playoff experience. Not that Dragon doesn't on QMP, and Desparrow as well. Desparrow, this is his first season captaining, but he did make the finals last winter on Demon Sphere's The Dream Team. So a lot of veteran experience here all around. I think we're going to see I'm on HPU0. He's going to be the wild card. Not that he's not a veteran, but not quite up at the level of the other players in this game. Also on the rosters, QMP has Langrenus. Not sure that we're going to see him tonight. And he's another Euro from Slovakia. And SXP has Unknown, who got some playing time this season. Looked pretty good last week against the Phantom Troop on map 14. Got a little bit of playing time. But with that said, we're going to see the main lineups here. And at this point, we are waiting on I'm1HPU 0. He seems to be a little bit late for this matchup here, but the other players are here and ready to go. So, Blair, what do you think is going to happen here tonight? Any predictions?
Yeah, I think experience is going to be the deciding factor here. Human Bones, obviously, his titles speak for themselves, really. He's a very, very apt captain. He knows when to switch things up when things aren't working. He sort of has a sixth sense for the game. I'm going to have to say that the Sexual Panthers come out on top here in the upset, technically.
Yeah, technically that would be an upset. QMP comes in as the hosting team. Going to start out on their map here, map 25 first, and then they're going to move over to map 16 by SXP. I think what you're going to find is that both of these maps traditionally very defensive. So this could be a very long game, could be a very long night, or it could swing the other way. Just one flag could make this a short affair, 3 rounds. For those that don't know, our normal format in the regular season is a best of 3. However, once we get here to the playoffs, both teams select their maps. They go back and forth on their maps, 2-2, 1-1-1, and then so on. So the hosting team will play their map twice, and then the lower team will play their map twice, and then from there on out it'll alternate between the home fields. So yeah, both maps very defensive. It'll be interesting to see what type of aggression we see out of each team. SXP's kind of been holding back in certain games this season, from an outside perspective, I think I would say. And QMP, they've had some lineup issues where they haven't really established a main lineup through the season. They had to pick up Tarstar last week to play, who played very well for his game. And we're going to see if I'm1HP can hang in there with them. Now, both squads have some experience on this map. Dragon, he defeated the Superchargers on this map in the 3rd season of the WDL. That would be winter 2015, I believe. Very long game. I think the longest game in WDL history. It went about 60 minutes almost. And he had a very big capture here to put his team into the finals in the Giant Pea Shooters. So Dragon comes into this game as one of the best in the league for sure. He has one of the highest capture percentages in the league right now. He's actually 2nd in the standings. And both teams are just filled to the brim with superstars. Human Bones, for anyone that's paid attention to Doom in the past forever, he needs no introduction. One of the best players around. A long-time captain, first in the International Doom League and now in the World Doom League in the 24th season here. He's captain the majority of that time. Rude also was a captain for a long time. He's had a lot of success in this league. Won a title with Human Bones before. And Tony has been around forever, always on great teams. He has a championship dating back in the IDL. He has not won one here in the WDL, but he's been to the finals quite a few times. His teams are usually in the playoffs. For QMP, Disparrow, pretty much always in the playoffs for all of his campaigns. He has a shorter history with the leagues. Dragon, almost always in the playoffs. And I'm1HP, he has not played very many games before this season. So, although he's been around, this has really been his chance to become a starter and establish himself. So, we're still waiting here for the 3rd player on QMP to show up, as both teams kind of just hang out here. And
yeah, So playoffs are the round structure is pretty interesting. It definitely opens up the game to like a certain strategy in playing the different rounds. If you're ahead, you know, you think twice before you overextend, you know. Kind of play it lazily, make sure you're not too far away from the flag. You know, at that point they have to come at you if they're down around.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is going to be really, I mean, both maps, not to say that they don't require a lot of teamwork. There's a lot of nice tricks you could do. Specifically on this map, there's the bars behind the flag that can kind of be abused by the runner if they can make it there, and then they can be helped through mid. Although, I mean, all things said, this map's really kind of about a team's brute force, I would say. There's a little bit of sneaking around that a runner can do, but at the end of the day, they have to cross this large middle area of the map, and all eyes are going to be on them once the flag's out. So, that's with this map. We're going to start with this twice, and it'll be interesting to see if either team turtles if they get up, if they try to run the prevent defense. We've seen that blow up on teams many times so far this season where they get ahead and things just don't work out for them. And I think really that's kind of showing the standings. You know, there's a lot of kind of middle teams. No team's been bad, really. Every team's kind of just been in the middle. And we go into the tightest playoff race I can ever remember, especially in an 8-team league. The bottom 4 squads that are playing today, QMP and SXP, and tomorrow GPS and TPT, they're all kind of hanging around the same area of points, of wins and losses. So it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out, see if they try to run a prevent defense or if they continue to just stay aggressive and run hard. And once they get to map 16, which is the Sexual Panthers home field, that's going to have a megasphere. It's the only map in the WAD with a megasphere in the middle that I'm aware of. And it's a pretty well-known map, one of the oldest maps there is. But it'll be interesting to see if anyone tries to use that megasphere to just run a defense instead of running with it. But I think we'll probably see a more traditional play there. So unfortunately, we're still waiting here for I'm 1 HP. This is the pitfall of internet gaming and leagues.
Alright, well, we're going to take a short break.
Well, actually, it looks like he's on his way in now. So,
Okay.
yep. I mean, we're running. The word is that he is on his way in. So we should be getting started here soon. Yeah, we'll kick it back to the teaser. Can we play the teaser again? Oh, never mind. He's arrived.
There he is. No time for teasers.
We're running a very professional operation here.
I just want to say, if it looks like we spent like 3 minutes prepping this, it's not that. It's just that it's hard.
No, we're very, very professional.
Yes. You don't know how hard it is to, you know, breathe. Alright, this looks official now?
Well, so they're going to call a restart here, and then they will start off, and we'll get kicking into the playoffs here. First game of the season. We have another game tomorrow on Sunday, the 25th of March.
Yes.
And that's going to be the Phantom Troop versus the Giant Pea Shooters. But for now, we're going to kick off the Sexual Panthers at Quantum Power. QMP's first playoff game.
They're underway.
And here we go. So this game's going to kick off. Both teams are out to mid already. You're seeing I'm 1 HP, get behind the defense here. Now he's coming in cold. He didn't get time to practice before this, although Dragon and Sparrow, the heavy lifters of QMP, did get a chance. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes him to get into the groove here compared to SXP, who were practicing for some time before this game. So we had a flag touch there by Rude, but the Sparrow gets a return. Seeing a lot of open mid here, which is surprising. I'm 1 HP, he's got his hand on the flag right now. And he is heading right out mid. He almost makes it across, but Tony comes back. He's able to help his defense and get a return.
Took care of the spawners, but luckily the runner turned around.
So Bones, he looks to be chasing in mid here, playing some sort of mid D. I'm 1 HP, he's getting a lot of touches. He almost makes it out the gate. Rude almost makes it across mid, but he's tracked down. And that's just what we were saying in the pregame. It's just very hard to get across mid here, even if you can sneak in and get behind. Now Tony's got his hand on the flag. He's across mid, and he is in his base. This should be a score, and SXP kicks the playoffs off with the first score. They're going to go up 1-0 here on QMP's home field. And QMP, you know, they're probably not liking that, but there's still a ton of time to go here. 8 minutes and 15 seconds in this round. Rude's got his hand on the flag. He tries to make a rocket jump across the map.
Oh, Tony with the
flag
pickup.
falls on to Tony, and one of the most impressive runs I've ever seen on this map.
Yes, that was very impressive.
And now
a little bit luck, but a little bit being in the right place. A little game sense. I love it.
Yeah, it's incredible. You know, they say luck is where opportunity meets preparation, something of that sort. So, you know, you're seeing right now that probably that pregame practice is really paying off for SXP. Both teams very good, full of very capable players, but I'm 1 HP. It's going to take him a couple minutes probably to get into the groove here and to set a pace as a runner. But at this point, down 2-0 on a map like this could be too late. Not often that we see this many scores this quickly, and both flags are out right now. We have a standoff. Tony holding QMP's flag, but I'm 1 HP. Scores, and now you have to wonder if that groove is if he's in it now. So QMP, they respond here. SXP still leading 2-1 in the first round. Critical round, really. You know, the first round sets the pace. QMP, this is their home field. A tie or a loss here is going to really swing the balance in favor of SXP in the later rounds. We've seen that in the past. It's very important to maintain that home field advantage when you get the opportunity to have it in the playoffs. Now, the Sparrow gets a great grab here. I'm 1 HP, took it most of the way across, and just like that, QMP in the groove, clicking, moving. And they tie it up here, 2-2. And I'm 1 HP, tries to grab another, but he is stopped by Tony. So just like that, 6 minutes, 20 seconds left. 2-2, all tied up in the first round. QMP starting to find their way, get their positions down, probably settle in on the map that's their home field. I mean, they should be favored to win here. Now Tony seems to be out. A great pickup here by Rude. Can he get some help? Nope. Dragon catches him. Rude gets caught on the tree. Now the Sparrow's got a grab. He's heading up top. And he kills Human Bones on the way out. Yeah. Critical frag there by Bones. Or I'm sorry, by the Sparrow. Had that frag. So both flags are on the stand. We're hitting almost the halfway mark of this first round here. 5 minutes and 30 on the clock. Both teams are kind of, I would say their positions have kind of, you know, set at this point. The chaos of the beginning of the playoffs, and you know, one thing about these teams, both very experienced. You have to wonder, is QMP, maybe they have some sort of nerves that SXP wouldn't. SXP has so much playoff experience on that squad compared to QMP.
Tony's across with 100.
And
makes this frag, it's a cap.
Tony.
Oh no!
But Dragon's there to try and stop it. And
oh my goodness!
Return by on 1 HP. SXP had that score. Tony He killed the runner, but couldn't get the return because someone else grabbed their flag, and SXP lost that score. So both flags are out right now in the gate areas. Rude makes it across mid, but the Sparrow also makes it across mid, so this is a true standoff. And Tony with a huge return there.
Huge whiff by Dragon. It's a cap.
Yep, 3-2. SXP up. And I'm on HP gets a huge pickup in the mid. Can he take it to the stand? No, SXP gets an almost on the flag stand return. So SXP maintaining this lead here in the first round that is shaping up to be a lot more exciting offensively than I expected it to be. You know, when you look at a map like this, you kind of think, all right, they're going to play slow, they're going to feel their opponents out, but no, we're already 5 flags on the board, almost 1 per minute. Oh, a huge... Wow, a little razzle-dazzle by Rude.
Yeah,
all of SXP gets their hands on the flag
impressive.
here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And SXP goes up 4-2. That deke by Rude, he just stopped dead in his tracks.
Yeah.
I believe that was Dragon. It just lost track of him, expected him to keep moving, and he was able to shake him.
So when you let go of the strafe button, you can bounce off the wall sometimes. That's what he did, and man, it fooled all of QMP.
So now Tony has a chance to put this game away here. Rude picks up the flag, and looks like SXP is going to take this first round from QMP. I mean, incredible. You know, QMP, this is their home field. They did not get as much practice right before this game. You have to wonder if they're going to make an adjustment leading to the second round. So SXP takes the first round 5-2. That's going to give them advantage going back into their map in the third round, but we're going to see this map one more time here.
You could honestly put that whole round in a frag video.
Yeah, and really, you're just seeing the preparation and cohesion of a unit like SXP, who has all kind of played with each other before. They're just in the right place at the right time a lot. You're going to see a lot of assists on the stat line.
Yeah.
Box score of this game.
Oh, that's a rocket jump.
Huge rocket jump by Rude, and he is up in their gate area. Are they going to be able to open it up? But no, you know, in the midst of all that, I'm on HP, takes their flag, goes over to the other base. Another true standoff here. Human Bones is on I'm on HP's. He's on the case here. I'm on HP. Yeah, he makes a whiff there. Wasn't able to secure the flag. Now both flags are on QMP side of the base right now. Bones is holding the QMP flag up in their gate area, so they're going to chase him out, and now he runs to the other side. Everyone's kind of grouped up, so Bones easily made it back to his own base. And Dragon drops the flag. Tony gets the return, and Bones puts it on the stand even after a fight with the Sparrow. And the Sparrow, you see, right there, you know, that was an opportunity for QMP to get a grab off of the Sparrow's run to mid. You're not seeing the same sort of coordination out of QMP that we're seeing out of SXP.
You gotta get a grab when they're out of position. That's the easiest way to score.
So right now, SXP up 1-0 here in the second round. Both flags on their stand with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to play. SXP did take the first round, so they lead 1-0 in the round standings, which means that they only have to win 2 more rounds here tonight to advance to face either... no, they would advance to face Best Ever next week.
Blue flag return.
Either team, it would make a very interesting matchup versus Best Ever.
Yep. Both teams here can advance to play Best Ever on map 14. And the winner of the other game will advance to play the Superchargers. Now, I'm on HP. He's got his hand on the flag. It is down in mid. The Sparrow gets a good pickup here, but SXP's all over him. All three just chasing the Sparrow through mid. The game has slowed down significantly since the early moments, especially last round. We're hitting about 3 minutes in, and only one score here. SXP up 1-0 off of that really fun play earlier by Bones. So Tony's got his hands on the flag. He's going to run straight out mid. He's getting tailed by QMP. They do get a return.
Got body blocked.
But Rude's got his hand on the flag. He used Tony's run as a diversion.
And he almost got out, you know?
Yep, he made it to his own side, but it's hard to...
When they have to have a Hail Mary kill.
Oh, and I'm on HP. Looks like he could run this in, but...
That's going to be a cap.
Oh, wow, and SXP cleared the whole flag room somehow. QMP, I mean, they basically had a score there, but there was another Sexual Panther behind them, behind their defense. And I'm on HP. He had a magnificent run. He was basically untouched all the way to his base. So right now we have Bones is holding on to QMP's flag over on his own side. The Sparrow is holding SXP's flag. So the captain's holding each other team's flag here. The Sparrow is playing on the floor in the flag room. Kind of exposed there, but he's looking for the return so he can get a quick score. Almost a return there, but Tony picks the flag back up. You know, QMP is just having a real hard time keeping the flag on the stand. But with that said, they put it on, and QMP is able to tie this up here 1-1.
I'm seeing a lot calmer QMP this round.
And really, that's going to be a huge part of this game for them. They need to make sure that they remember that this is a long game. Even though they dropped that first round, they need to win this one. They need to just play patiently and remember the fundamentals.
Of course. Trust the process.
So right now we're hitting the halfway mark of the second round. Tied up here 1-1 in the second round, but SXP does have the round advantage. They won the first round 1-0. So SXP is looking pretty good right now. Even a tie here would really help them out and swing things in their favor. So QMP needs to go for the jugular with 4:44 on the clock.
Yeah, I'd be willing to say a tie on your home field's pretty much a loss.
Oh, and I'm on HP, almost gets across mid. The Sparrow was unable to get the pickup there. Yeah, a tie on your own home field, especially as a 1 seed, it's just not good. You know, you need to win your home field. We've seen that time and time again here in the WDL. The home field advantage is so important, and we've seen, I would venture a guess, when a team loses their own home field, oftentimes they're going to lose the entire series. So right now we have another standoff. Tony's got his hands on the flag. Oh, but
oh my
SXP,
goodness.
Bones is able to grab the flag. Is he going to be able to put it on the stand, though? Oh, he's not.
Wow.
A huge return by the Sparrow. You know, you got to give credit to Quantum Power there. They really stayed on top of SXP. They did not let Bones approach the flag stand. They kept him pushed out of the flag room. Kept the
body
team
blocked
up
when they had to. Very, very selfless play.
Yep, right down, you know, just bodying in the paint, so to speak. So now the Sparrow is playing a mid kind of up top, but he's going for some runs too, trying to help I'm1HP here. I'm1HP gets a good run across the top, and he gets the kill, but their flag is out again. Quantum Power's defense allows their flag, but you know what? Dragon was wise to it this time, and he gets the return in mid. And now Quantum Power, for the first time tonight, is leading in a round, 2-1 on their home field here with 3 minutes to play. And they really need this. This would tie the series up and would basically force, you know, what, 5 rounds, more or less.
Yes. Splitting your home field isn't nearly as bad as losing both of your home field maps.
That is, unless SXP sweeps on their own home field, they have an opportunity to really put this away.
It's true.
But right now, you know, UMP, they really desperately need this. And so Tony tries to get a little pickup there with Rude. They're kind of doing a tandem running setup here. Tries to get out the gate. Tony going to run straight out mid here, and he burns him. But Dragon is able to get on top of him and get the return here. Now, I'm on HP. He's across mid. Can he make it all the way? He's getting by 1.
Yep.
And I'm on HP. Now settling in, saying, hey, you know, I know that I'm playing in a game full of superstars, but I deserve to be one of them.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing this round. Complete turnaround of QMP. They seem calmer, and they seem to know what to do. Try not. They're getting a little razzled here. Rude might
Now,
get a cap.
Rude with a good run here. And,
Yes, beautiful run.
QMP definitely, as you said, they were kind of stuck in the chaos here. But with that said, Quantum Power is still up 3-2 with 1:25 to play. You know, only 80 seconds on the clock. Are we going to see the prevent defense? And just like this, Rude is across mid, and there's another pickup, but Quantum Power is all over him. So it's really important here that, you know, Quantum Power doesn't take their foot off the gas, because you know that the Panthers are going to be pushing as hard as they can.
Yep.
And now Tony's going to go in for a grab, but Dragon is right there to stop him. Dragon looking very on point right now. 68 frags, leader in the game. Quantum Power up about 13, 12 frags over SXP at this point, so pretty comparable. That's not a huge spread in frags. The Sparrow has his hands on the flags here. He's coming straight out mid, not attempting to burn any time or burn any clock. 35 seconds on the clock. This is where we're going to see, you know, this is the opportunity for something crazy to happen right here.
Yes, sir. Final
30 seconds of the game. Tony's going in for a run. Can he be a hero? He gets out the gate. The flag is in the gate. Human Bones gets his hands on the flag. He's out to mid. He almost shakes them. But Rude is also now behind him. This is an opportunity for Rude to really do something special here and tie it up for SXP. But I'm on HP, gets it across. And nope. So it looks like with 5 seconds on the clock, barring something insane that I've never seen before, looks like Quantum Power is going to win this round. Tie it up 1-1. They finally kind of get back in the driver's seat. But just like that, they're going to have the rug pulled out from underneath of them as we head to map 16 for 2 rounds. And this is the Panthers' chance to put it away on their own home field. So we're tied up here 1-1 in the rounds. Quantum Power comes back with a great response after the first round, 3-2.
Classic SXP home field too. Yeah,
you know, this is definitely a Human Bones type of pick to disrupt the norm, really bother your opponent with a quirky map pick. The Sparrow's got his hands on the flag, and he is running down the hall, and he has that Mega Sphere, and that helped him from the first Rocket Blast, but didn't help from the second.
Yeah.
And really what we're going to end up having to watch here is the Mega Sphere control is going to be so critical, and it's going to come up every 30 seconds. So, as you can see right now, SXP is on top of it. They did not get the Mega Sphere, though. Now Tony grabs it.
Barely dodges a rocket. Like you said, that Mega Sphere will help you survive one rocket, but you should be humbled after the first one, because the second one's going to take you down.
Yes, for sure. So we're going to see a real change in style this match, because it's hard to score here, but there's a lot of offense that goes into it. It's really hard to get out of these narrow hallways, but this Mega Sphere, which Human Bones just grabbed, and that's 2-1 in grabs for SXP. The Panthers have controlled the last 2 grabs, so you know, that's another thing that history kind of dictates. You have some experience, playoff experience on this map against Bones, and you know, can you tell us how important that Mega Sphere is?
It's 90% of the game, honestly, on this map. That's what I love about Doom, because every map has its own strategy. If you played this map like you played, you know, the map previously, you would probably lose 5-0. Because there's no items. Item control is everything on this map.
Exactly. So, Quantum Power's in with a grab here. Dragon gets out to the hallway, but
he gets
rockets incoming. Oh, and just some great rocket play there by Bones. Almost out by Dragon. I mean, he was looking pretty sharp on his way out. He was burning the other 2 players. Bones was there to make the save with that rocket launcher.
Yep.
And not many players favor the rocket launcher quite like even Bones does.
It's area denial for sure. That narrow hallway.
So right now, both teams kind of standing each other up at mid. You can always kind of tell when that sphere is about to come up because everyone kind of starts hawking in the room. You see rockets come flying down through the middle. You know, these teams are very good. Sparrow gets his hand on the Megasphere and actually heads back to defend. Not something you see often. But once
yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. If you have the sphere, you gotta go. Let someone else do.
So Rude's got his hands on the flag right now.
Sparrow does get the run here.
And Rude is about to try and head out of the Powers base. And he heads down the hall. He ducks into the side room. He's going to probably get cornered in there, but he actually gets the kill.
Flag dropped. Blue flag
but Dragon, he's there to get him. So now
Sparrow might have fooled
them. Make it out. Yep, and it looks like he did, but he's getting tailed. There's nothing to fool now. And just like that, in kind of a reverse of Quantum Power's home field, we see them go up 1-0 on the Panthers.
That was pretty brilliant on Desparrow's part. He had the Panthers fooled, made the frag he needed to, and he was gone.
Now Tony, with a grab here, he is on his way out to mid. It looks like he
gets good
probably
rockets.
has a Mega. He's getting blocked by his own teammate, though.
Oh, that's bad.
And that teammate block. Tony was out and gone, but
yeah.
You know, that's the danger of this map. Not only with the rockets, but just how narrow the hallways are. You almost want to employ like a
you need rules. You need rules. Always to the right side.
Yeah, right.
You know, you need a rule because that hallway can only fit maybe 3 Doomers.
Now Dragon is in with a Megasphere. The Panthers definitely know this. They're all over him on the way out, but he's just powering his way out. He makes it to the hall. He makes it across. Is anyone going to be able to stop him? I don't think so. I think that he's going to.
Someone's waiting here, but nope.
And right now it's looking like this is kind of blowing up on the Panthers at this point. We're hitting the halfway mark, and they are down 2-0. But a couple Megasphere grabs. You know better than anybody that you can score 2 flags here in a very short amount of time.
Yes.
And unfortunately for the Panthers, they know that as well. So I'm sure that they've learned in the past, and they're going to be able to make an adjustment here and try and stabilize their own home field pick.
All you need are a couple Megasphere grabs. You're good to go here.
Speaking of, the Megasphere should be coming up here pretty soon. You're starting to see, and there it is. And Human Bones does have the Megasphere. He has a lot of health, 174 health, 176 armor. He heads in, but Quantum Power is there. They're saying, no, we're just going to gun you down. If you
4 shotgun blasts taking down Mega Armor.
He steps in front of the firing squad. Now Bones wanted to play defense here. He's using that rocket, but the rocket punishes him. Some great strafing by I'm on HP. Tony happened to be there to make that return, but you got to be a little worried about those rockets because, you know, I'm on HP. He just made a great play there. He dodged every rocket that Bones shot at him, which is a hard thing to do because Bones knows right where to put him. Again, you're seeing Bones with the rockets here on the defense, and that one connects.
Red flag returned.
Might start to see Bones starts hitting rockets on the floor, you know.
Oh, some great rockets here from Bones. He just cleared the entire Megasphere room. And, you know, that's the thing with the WDL, the level of play compared to any other Doom CTF. You know, players are just on top of everything. They're counting that sphere. They know exactly when it's going to come up. Both teams they're tracking who has it. It's not just point and click.
Yeah, it might look like spam, but he's actually aiming those pretty darn well. It's not exactly your 8v8 pub CTF server where you just spam rockets down and get a monster kill.
Yeah. Now Bones on the sphere here. He's waiting for someone else to drop the lift so that he could take off with it undetected. Very smart. That's experience of play. Now Bones is in with a lot of health, great armor. He's got a little help trying to get out here. His whole team is here though, and that's going to be a problem because I'm on HP has an easy path across mid, and Tony and Rude are going to have to be responsible for stopping him. Now Bones makes it out to his own side, but now the question is, where's their flag?
I'm 1 HP is on his own side.
But does SXP have any idea where he is? I don't think that any of them crossed him. I
Not
think
sure.
at this point, Bones is probably saying, hey, he's not here in the base. Get over to their side. They're about to double team Bones. He does take down Dragon, but he has to get in a scrap here with the Sparrow. And Dragon and the Sparrow are two great players, but you know what? Great communication between the team there. You can see someone just said, hey, I'm about to return this flag. Bones knew it. He got down low on his own flag stand. Puts one on the board. But only a minute and 45 remaining here in the first round, or the third round.
Yep, plenty of time. You know?
But Quantum Power is up, and just like we were saying, it's going to be... This is a map that SXP wants to win. So they have to score 2 flags in the next 90 seconds.
It's about 5 or 4 more spheres left, so plenty of chances.
And Rude is about to make it across if he could just get some cover.
Do we have a rebounder?
And he does.
There it is, the rebound.
Chance for Tony to make a move.
This is
He's going to have to beat everybody in mid. Now the Megasphere is up. This is a chance for somebody to make one more big run here. Probably the last Megasphere run that could be made. You have to wonder if there's going to be some sort of hero here, or...
I was excited for that rebound because it's pretty much the blueprint of the comeback round.
Yep, it's true. We've seen it happen here in the playoffs before.
Yep. Never let your guard down on this map.
So right now I'm on HP. He's trying to get out. It's unlikely that we're going to see a big run. There's only one Megasphere left to be grabbed. The Dragon is trying his best. He grabs the Soul Sphere, tries to go in and make something happen. This is the last chance, most likely, for both teams. And both drop it. Both flags are returned. This is truly the last chance. Tony has his hands on the flag right now. And he is across mid almost.
Oh my goodness.
No help though. Tony, a great effort there.
Yeah. If he had at least one person just spamming down the hallway, I think that was a cap.
And so we are entirely tied up after round 3. Both teams have a win in the first 2 rounds and a tie at this round, which means that anything can happen at this point. They're going to need to win the best of 5. So we're going to have to see what happens. We're going to play this round one more time, map 16 in round 4, and then they're going to return to map 25 for the 5th round. And that is for sure. That's guaranteed. So we're seeing at least 5 rounds here tonight.
Nice. Nice sphere steal by Rude.
And I'm on HP. He gets a grab here, but very difficult to make it out of the base without the Mega here.
Yeah.
There's so much to overcome. So the sphere is about to come up. The Panthers know it. Bones is sitting on the lift again. He's going to wait for someone to drop it. He's going to grab and go. That's his move. Wait up there, wait for someone to drop it, and then make your move across mid. And he is powering his way out, but I'm on HP in his own base with their flag. This is a critical moment. I'm on HP somehow squeezes his way out like a snake.
Encountered about 5 players there.
And Dragon yelling out loud, but I'm on HP still puts it on the stand. And Quantum Power is able to score once again first here. And now an interesting note is Rude's connection issues seem to be biting him. We've seen this during the regular season. We've seen this in practices. You have to hope that that's going to come back down for him. But it doesn't look like it. And if it doesn't, will we see Unknown get swapped in here for Rude? You have to wonder if they even practice with Unknown in this map. Now Dragon gets a Megasphere grab. Even though I'm 1 HP has the flag, Dragon's probably going to push in and disrupt. And now Rude's ping seems to have stabilized. He's back to normal.
It's definitely calmed down again, QMP. Getting that sphere.
So the sphere list is down, the sphere is not up yet. Everybody kind of probably going to start rushing in here. It looks like Quantum Power takes the room with ease, all 3 players in there. And now you have to, I'm 1 HP, he gets the sphere, he's going to run in with it. He heads up the top side. Ooh, he jumps a rocket. More rocket dodging. All 3 of the Panthers are in the base, so you know this is an opportunity for Quantum Power to really push him in and
just make sure they can't get set up. Run a flag out that way.
And now the Panthers are taking mid back. I'm 1 HP in for a grab here. Seems to be undetected, but Bones does drop back with the rockets.
Red flag return. Blue flag taken. Blue flag drop. Flag return. Red flag taken. Red flag return.
So kind of slowing down here as the teams wait for the Megasphere to come up. The Panthers easily get the sphere. All 3 were on it.
I think we're starting to see like really even sphere control. Both teams know that they gotta just rush all 3 into the sphere room and, you know, get the kills.
Bones is in with the sphere, but you know, it looks like QMP was waiting for him. The Power knew that he had it, and they were just kind of laying back and letting him come to the flag. But a smart play by Bones on the way in. He did wait. Took his time to get in there. Took their Soul Sphere, which gives him 200 health. Now Bones is covering with rockets, but the Panthers are unable to get their hands on the flag.
I'm a lot of kills, but unfortunately they all spawn back in the base, you know, needling at the flag carrier.
Yep. Sometimes you have to decide, am I going to let this guy pass so that my runners have a better opportunity? Now Bones does clear his base if Rude can make it across here. Rude does get across. He shoots Tony for good measure. Why not? And it looks like he's going to walk this in pretty easily. 1-1 here. 4:45 on the clock.
Red flag taken. Red flag drop. Red flag returned.
He was doing good till he caught a rocket in the teeth.
Yeah. So, 4:20 on the clock. And it's tied up here. And the entire game is tied up round-wise, 1-1-1. So another tie here would just be ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Bones gets another Megasphere grab with his patented wait on the lift method, but unfortunately all of Quantum Power was coming up the hallway when he jumped off, so...
You know the old saying, it's better to grab a sphere and die than not grab the sphere at all.
It's true. The old proverb.
Old wives' tale.
So now Rude is lagging again, you know? I don't think that Quantum Power knows that, because his ping has not spiked, but he clearly is not spawned into the game here. SXP's probably thinking, hey, you know, what the heck are we going to do? Maybe at this point they should have subbed Unknown in. It's hard to say. Rude did tie the game up in between these two lag spikes, so they just have to hold QMP off here.
Really hard to take control of that sphere room 2v3. Just kind of have to hold off the waves.
Now Rude times out. And is Unknown going to jump in the game, or are they just going to play with two guys, or?
It's going to cost
And
some
Unknown
flag.
does jump into the game, but now Quantum Power does get across, and
Team scores.
they get an unfortunate for SXP score. So, you know, SXP, they got a quarter of this game left, 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Unknown's already in, grabbing the flag, trying to make a move and say, hey, man, I should have just started this whole game. SXP has a lot of ground to cover now with subbing in Unknown mid-game here. Rude, his status unknown. We'll see if
Always
he
adds a
returns
bit
or
of
not.
drama. Disconnecting like that, the whole team dynamic changes, and see if... Like, Bones can handle a lot, but can he handle this?
And what this is going to mean if Quantum Power wins here is that it's going to force SXP to have to win the next round on Quantum Power's home field. Now, Tony, with a great run here, unfortunately, Quantum Power, of course, swarming, trying to prevent, you know, a score or anything here from happening. Now Rude returns. Unknown is staying in the game. No, Rude subs back in. Minute 20 on the clock. Only 80 seconds for the main lineup of the Sexual Panthers to pull off a miracle here after Rude's connection issues.
That counts as a playoff round played, right?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
So that would be Unknown. Not a start, though.
Okay.
Now 1 minute on the clock. I mean, if there was ever a moment for the Panthers to pull off some sort of legendary move, this is it. I'm on HP holding Panthers flag right now. 40 seconds on the clock remaining. You know, and that's something sad to see. You know, this game up to this point, up to this round, very exciting. You never want to see those connection issues happen.
Yep.
Alright, so Tony has a Megasphere here. This is the last opportunity, really, for SXP to kind of grab this flag. Tony's got to make a move here. He's got 14 seconds. A lot of health, too. He makes the kill. If SXP could get this return, Tony could score it. And the time runs out. Tony took the long way, and their flag was off. And Tony actually had a great run there. Very close. So now it's up to the Sexual Panthers to come back and win this final round on Quantum Power's home field as we head back into round 5. A very exciting playoff game so far.
Very
QMP
exciting.
leads 2 rounds to 1 with 1 tie. And the Panthers have to win this game and then go back to their home field and win that one. So, I mean, if you really look at it, at the math, the Panthers start this round down 1 already. They have to score. A tie is not going to cut it from here. That is a loss. So they are already starting this round with one flag in the hole. So Rude gets his hand on the flag. He is across. If he can just get some cover, and the Sexual Panthers, they say, all right, this game is not over. Rude is alive and well, and he puts one on the board already. So I'm on HP. He gets across, and unless there's some sort of return here, it looks like he's probably going to get it, but he doesn't. The return is not there.
Yeah, it dropped in their gate.
And nobody was up there to grab it. So now you're seeing a lot of the Sparrow kind of sitting up in that area. Sometimes Dragon will tend to that side to try and protect the gate. Rude with another grab here.
So this is exactly the position SXP wants to be in. Up on a map that you have to win. Oh, Rude!
Rude
Rocket
with a
jump.
huge rocket jump. Rude said, you know what? I'm going to make up for those connection issues last round. Puts 2 on the board in the first 2 minutes, and he grabs the flag again, and you know, as long as the Panthers can really hold off the offense here of the Quantum Power, you know, the Panthers look good at this point. But 8 minutes still remaining, a lot of time. You know, what you probably, Bones is really looking for here is a 5-flag win. So just put this one away, head back to their map, try it again. So Dragon with a really good touch here. Both flags are returned though. As we hit the quarter mark of this round, 7:30 on the clock to play. On HP does have his hands on the flag, but is returned by Bones. And, you know, you got to give Quantum Power a lot of credit. They look way different from the first round, but they almost get scored on there with a big return. But Quantum Power, after that first round, they really kind of brought things back together, showed why they are, you know, where they are in the standings.
Yep, and they really are one flag away from, you know, putting a whole nother mood to this game.
It's true. You know, the next flag is really going to swing it one way or the other. As far as, I mean, we've seen this map break teams down in the playoffs before. I've been on the unfortunate end of that, and things could go wrong very quickly here. And it's really important to just stay coordinated and play till the final, you know, the final tick.
Yep.
So I'm on HP, got a great grab here. He got the armor. He is hanging out in the gate area. He's going to make his run, but both runners run into each other. A huge return for both teams, honestly.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, that could have went anyway. Despero's got another great grab. He's going out the gate area, and it looks like he could be gone.
Yes.
Quantum Power does clear the base, and with 6 minutes on the clock.
Not even touched.
QMP trying to push back into this. A tie is not going to cut it here for the Panthers, so you know they don't want to end up in a situation where they have a tied score. They're automatically down a flag at that point, mathematically. So there is no tie game to be seen for SXP here. So 5 minutes and 30 on the clock here in round 5. Quantum Power does lead 2 rounds to 1 with 1 tie, but the Panthers up 2-1 here in this round, looking to push round 6 back to map 16. Both teams equal in frags, right on par with each other, so nothing lopsided in that area. Dragon does make it in the back here. He's in the flag room, but he's actually coming out to, it looked like he was coming out to defend, but instead he tries to get into the gate area. And the flags are returned to the stand. So we're at the halfway point here. Crunch time. Crunch time of the game. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left.
You know what I'd do?
What would you do? Tell us.
I'd open up a bag of Hers kettle chips for crunch time. Hers. Make Hers yours.
So Dragon with a great grab here. Rude also had a grab, kind of allowed SXP to get a little bit of relief. 4:15 on the clock. No scores in the past couple minutes here, but both teams trying very hard. Most likely they're coming up. Four minutes on the clock. Still 2-1 with the Panthers up.
Plenty of time for either team.
And I'm sure right now the Panthers are really begging for another score to just set some distance apart, because you know one more flag from Quantum Power, you're looking at a loss for the Panthers. So I'm sure they want to get a little bit of breathing room here. Now Dragon's got his hands on the flag, and he is out across the top, but Tony is there with a huge return.
If he had a little more than 5 HP, that would have been an interesting round.
So now it looks like the Panthers are kind of being pushed in, but now they're pushing out the mid, and Dragon kind of moving into running mode with I'm 1 HP, both really starting to attack feverishly here, as they're kind of all just crowding the base, and it's really kind of pushing the Panthers back in there. Now one of the power is up in the gate area. I'm 1 HP. He's going to take the top path. Oh, now the flag is down. This is a huge chance, but QMP is there to grab the flag. Oh my gosh, and this could be just disastrous for SXP. I'm 1 HP, ties it up with 2 minutes and 30 left on the clock, and now SXP has to score. They have to win this game to finish this up. They're in a very serious predicament in the final quarter of this round, in this 5-round barn burner here today.
And like I said, you know, sometimes, you know, just because of the round structure, it causes a change in play. We might see heavy deed coming from QMP now.
Right. They're running prevent here in the final 2 minutes. And right now, Quantum Power is in the driver's seat. You know, all of the pressure is on the Sexual Panthers, on Bones, Rude, and Tony to come up with a score here and push this to round 6. Now, Rude got his hands on the flag, but he is covered like biscuits and gravy, you know? It's looking tough.
I'm a fan of sausage gravy myself. But, SXP ain't going to Denny's unless they, got a flag here.
Oh, and Dragon is trying to put this game away. 1 minute 25 on the clock. We are talking serious, dire straits here for the Panthers right now. They came out swinging. They went up 2-0. They have not scored since the first 2 minutes when Rude put those 2 on the board. And Quantum Power has responded. They tie this game up. They got 68 seconds on the clock. I'm 1 HP as the flag, and you'd think that Rude would be pushing a little more. He thinks that he's getting behind these guys, but the truth is that the Sparrow is playing very, very patiently, and that's just not going to work, you know.
Yeah, SXP needs to take some risks here.
There's not a lot of time for that sort of stall and wait. They need to get these touches, and now, you know, here's an opportunity. Rude is out, but I'm 1 HP also out. Their flag runners meet.
Oh.
35 on the clock. SXP serious predicament. 30 seconds to go. SXP must score to push round 6. Otherwise, they are eliminated, and Quantum Power is going to move on to face Best Ever next week. 20 seconds, 18 seconds. Tony does have his hands on the flag. Dragon also holding the flag. Dragon is across mid. Dragon is in the base. Tony is in their base. He's probably yelling, please return the flag. If the Panthers can get a return here. Oh, and Tony
got it! 1 second!
1 second on the clock! With 1 second on the clock, Tony and the Sexual Panthers forced round 6.
That was incredible.
One of the craziest finishes I've ever seen. It's not finished. It's not finished. We're going to round 6. And the Sexual Panthers.
Unbelievable.
Hey, oh my gosh. The Sexual Panthers, and right now, you know, Dragon is in the text with some choice words. Incredible. So now we're here in the 6th round, and just like that, we are still all tied up, sudden death. I mean, the next team to win is going to take it all. And a tie here would force a round 7, which has never been seen ever in the WDL playoffs. We've had some 6-rounders, not many of them. This is one of them, but incredible. Yeah. I mean, Tony with the play of the season. It's
the sort of play that gives you chills. You see 1 second on the clock and flags within reach. Oof.
Now the Panthers, you'd have to think that they had the momentum. You know, that has to be deflating for Quantum Power. They had this game wrapped up.
And there goes their advantage as well, you know?
Yep.
Unless they get ahead this game.
Quite frankly, I haven't seen the advantage this tonight. You know, both teams are splitting on each other's home fields.
Rude with a rocket jump.
And it's such a change of pace from that crazy round that we just saw. You know, teams have to kind of get it back together.
Yeah, certainly. That's the hardest part about this. Changing from you know, non-item dominant map to a item dominant map.
Now Bones with that sphere trying to make a push here, but QMP is all over him. QMP controlling the Megasphere room. Now SXP on the lift, everyone trying to get it. SXP does grab it. And it's Rude with the Mega. He's going to try and go in and take their Soul Sphere, but the Soul Sphere is not there. There it is now. So Rude does have the blue armor and the Soul Sphere. He's going to try and go for a run, but unfortunately all three players of QMP, they do see him, and they are trying to chase him in there. Oh, a crazy rocket jump over to Sparrow's head. I'm not even sure that was necessary, quite frankly, but it looked really cool.
But isn't that what matters? You gotta have some footage for the highlight reel at the end of the season.
It's true. You know, you gotta justify those all-star votes.
Yeah.
So the Sparrow here with a good run, he is out to the hallway. He is pushing out, unless SXP has somebody in the other side, that is going to be a capture for QMP. So QMP puts one on the
now advantage QMP. I believe the defensive advantage on this map is a lot higher than the previous map, just because of how many choke points there are in this this map.
It's true. Choke points, lots of little hiding spots to extend standoffs. So SXP, it looks like they know that the sphere is about to come up. They're kind of hawking it right now. And there it is. Bones does get it. It's interesting that Bones takes the sphere so often. I guess he is probably the bruiser of SXP, so maybe you want to give it to him. But you don't really see Rude get it too much. We've seen Tony take it quite a bit.
Well, I think Bones might be the one that times it, and just because he has such good, you know, inherent timing, he just grabs it most of the time. And actually, you know what? Give it to him more, because this is looking like a cap.
Yep. And Bones ties it back up, and you know, a tie's not going to hurt any team here, but both teams, looking at an hour-long game, they're going to want the win. You know,
absolutely.
This is, one of the
lot of time
WDL games played. Now Dragon has a great run here, and he's out.
Perfect.
Is he out?
That was a perfect maneuver around everyone.
The needle.
Yeah.
And he makes it with a ton of health. He actually has so much that he could go for another run. 153 armor on the blue, 148 health.
The elusive 2-in-1 life.
He opts to defend. Rude with this weird rocket jump that he keeps trying to attempt. You have to wonder, I mean, is that really worth it? Not only is QMP controlling the Megas, I mean, the Sparrow has it right now. It looks like they're really just taking the sphere, kind of pulling back and defending with it, and that's a hard defense to overcome.
Yeah,
the Sparrow and Dragon.
It's hard, it's really hard, even when you rocket jump and beat 2, because, like, you know, he didn't have any armor. That was not advised, I think. Looks cool, though.
It does look cool, but it is risky, very risky. I'm not. I haven't seen it pay off yet.
Bones here with a
now
full
Bones
sphere.
Is on his way out.
Getting pistoled. I think that's it.
No, he's still being chased here, but a rocket from Rude allows Bones to take it in. You know, that's the type of rockets you need to see out of Rude. But the Sparrow gets a full Megasphere grab. He is maxed out. He's going in uncontested. He does get some...
Dragon's controlling the hallway as well.
Into some issues, so he loses that Mega.
It's unfortunate.
So we're tied up here, 4 minutes on the clock. As both teams are fighting as hard as they can to avoid elimination here in the WDL playoffs.
Red flag returned.
Classic WDL primetime.
Yeah, this game is living up to its billing for sure. A big return there by the Sparrow. He's able to stop Bones on the way out of the base. And a little bit of a frag disparity at this point. 87 for QMP, 77 for SXP. And most of that is on Dragon, who has a staggering 38. Everyone else kind of floating around the mid-30 or mid-20s to upper 20s. Dragon has about 10 on almost everybody. So he's doing his part.
Yeah, he's certainly using those rockets wisely. You know, spamming only when he needs to. You know, when controlling the sphere room and they need to buy some time. That's
Sparrow
Tony.
playing some D here. He knows that Tony was coming in, and he was there to stop him, there to meet him. So now, but Tony, no, he's out anyway. But
Fortunate spawns there.
Dragon.
Seemed like everybody spawned in front of him there, but
Rockets everywhere in the hallway, but SXP kind of preventing themselves from getting up to the Mega, but they take the lift easily. SXP's Mega pushes are just so on point. All three guys take that room together.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
But we need to see it pay off this round. You know, they have a tie and a loss here on their own home field. They need to put one away. Take it home. So Rude is on his way out, getting chased by the Sparrow with a
oh, this is crucial.
Shotgun now. A huge rocket from Rude to the Sparrow, and it puts SXP up with a minute 45 to go.
Oh my goodness! And he gets
all the
the
pressure
straggle.
now is on Quantum Power. I mean, and this all really stems back to that last second capture by Tony in round 5. You know, he allowed Sexual Panthers to get in no position here. Bones is across. This could be it. Oh no! Quantum Power. I'm on
great
HP.
comms there.
That
was great comm. Bones was about to charge in, 14 HP, but he stopped and his teammates got it done.
And we're finally seeing this home field pay off here for the Panthers with a minute and 10 on the clock. One of the most impossible comebacks I've ever seen in this league. In any league in the 24 seasons.
If Tony scores here.
Oh my gosh. Tony is going to put this one away and send the Sexual Panthers to meet best ever in an amazing, just an absolutely amazing, one of the craziest playoff games I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely sensational. And Tony with the gag reel calf at the end just, you know, was a capstone to this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to both teams. They played amazing. The Panthers, wow, something else. And you got to give it to Quantum Power. You know, the first all-European over the Atlantic team, they played amazing. They had amazing players. Just one of the most incredible games I've ever seen. So I'm happy to have been able to broadcast this with you, Blair. And I hope that everybody enjoyed this stream tonight.
Yep, I hope the game tomorrow is just as exciting.
Yep, everybody head to doomleague.org. Check out the game times. Stick around tomorrow. Check that game out to see who's going to advance to face the Superchargers next week. That's going to be the Phantom Troop at the Giant Pea Shooters. Should be another good one. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks to Blair for producing and co-hosting with me. And doomleague.org. Have a great night.